Coming up on the Shela Smoot Show, the sports world is upside down. They're calling it the portal, but is it really pay to play? The sports guru will break it all down coming up on the Shela Smoot Show, and it starts right now. Good morning, or wherever you are in the world today. I am Shela Smoot. Welcome in to the Shela Smoot Show. Woo! It's been a day, been a week, been an hour, been a year. Good to have you along on this special day. You know, my pet peeve this morning is, for any city listening to this, it is really your job to keep the right-of-ways of our roads clean. I know I've said this so many times, and I'm going to say it again. And for those of you who are taxpayers, it's your job to keep the right-of-way clean. Stop throwing your trash out of the window. There are so many trash receptacles wherever you bought this stuff or whenever you're passing, or just keep it in your car until you get to your house and put it in your trash. But the more you throw out, taxpayers, and somebody has to pick up, the more they're going to charge you. You know, everything is going up. Stamps have went up. Does anybody use stamps? There's the forever stamp. It went up. The mailbox, the P.O. boxes went up. Receipt for mail, certified mail went up. And let me tell you, and this is what the U.S. Postal Service is saying. It all went up because they said of inflation and operation and those kinds of things. So let me go back to your local entities called government who you claim are charging you too many taxes. Well, you know what goes up? When you throw that trash outside and somebody has to be sent over to pick it up, guess what? Your taxes go up. I want you to think about that. I mean, who throws a whole bag of Wendy's and McDonald's or whatever and just says, oh, I'm done, throws it out? Key and point. I was working an event and volunteering, might I say, and this teenager kid, it's a bunch of kids, and the mom was getting in a car, threw a bunch of, just opened the door, literally, and just started throwing trash on it. I was so livid, man. I mean, I think I was trained by Auntie Litter. I'm that person. You know, I just cringed. And I was reluctant to say something because these days, Rocket, you say something to somebody, it's like, hey, you might want to tell your kid not to throw the trash, they'll shoot you. Intentionally. So I'm very careful, but I still think there's rules. But I was standing behind. I said, hi. And there was a little girl there. She's super sweet. And I said, hey, your mom here? She said, yeah, that's my mom right there. And I said, hey, one of your teenagers threw a ton of trash out here. And we were helping to clean up that day. And she hit the roof. She says, where? She said, hey, get out of that car and pick this trash up. That girl was so mad at me because I got her in trouble. And and the little girl started helping to pick it up. Her sister threw it out. So I bought I said, what's your name? She told me. I said, what do you see here? She said, a candy apple. I said, I'm going to buy you 2, and you give the other one to whoever you want in the system, in the car. And the moral of the story is, as you age, you should know better. Now, I'm not cutting kids slack. The girl was kind of caught off guard that somebody actually saw her do it. So she knew not to do it. She just did it because nobody was looking. But as an adult taxpayer, you know that you need to basically not do that. So to all of the parkways, to all of the things that have the word Chase in their names, Parkway, Shore, Chase, all those fancy names. In certain cities, you're not going to find that on a parkway. You're not. If they throw trash, that's somebody's right behind it. But my problem is that person shouldn't have to be sent out there to pick up your trash, because that, my dear friends, is a pet peeve of mine. I'm consumer advocate Shela Smoot. It's called the emergency scam, and it targets older, trusting adults. It's time to educate your loved ones to just hang up on the con. The scam starts with a call from somewhere like Jamaica. A loved one is in jail and needs money now.
I asked him if this was one of those fraud things, and he said, "Lady, I am trying to help your grandson get out of prison." So I went to the bank and took $1,950.
I hear stories on a weekly basis where people are bilked out of tens of thousands of dollars. And it's all from folks who are staying up, trying to figure ways to take money from people.
The best advice from the AARP: coach your loved ones to simply hang up and don't even answer calls they don't recognize. I'm Shela Smoot. Remember, don't be a sucker, be a consumer. Welcome into the Shela Smoot Show. I'm Shela Smoot, where we tell you not to be a sucker, be a consumer. And right now we're going to consume our way into the sports world for a little bit and talk to Philip Turner, known as the sports guru, D.A. sports guru, and my academic. He's very academic. He actually looks academic if you're looking at that picture that's going to come up in a few minutes. He looks like the professor of sports. Yeah, I said it. What are you going to do, jump through the screen? You sports people.
That was a superhero then. Okay.
The portal. Even Dr. Pepper has a commercial that I love because the Boz is in it. The Boz is in it, and he's the sheriff of the Pepperville or Dr. Pepper Land or whatever.
Right.
Fanville. Thank you, Rocket. Fanville.
Mm-hmm.
And so the portal is open, and the player's going, he's a quarterback. And the guy said, don't go. And he says, no, give me your hand. He said, that's my Dr. Pepper hand. So the portal sucks him in, and the quarterback's gone. And Bob's like, we can get another quarterback. The portal is dangerous. Talk to me about the portal situation. Nick Saban now out of the league, out of the game as a head coach for Alabama. That stunned the world of Alabama football fans across the nation and world. And then the portal went crazy. People started bailing on all things Alabama football, but it's been going on quietly. But this thing that happened is real. So. The portal, is it, Guru, dangerous? Is it to stay? But it has changed the game, not just football, even gymnasts, basketball players.
Basketball.
Every sport.
Everything. But first of all, glad to be on with you today,
As always,
Sheila.
Thank you.
But the thing about the portal, transfer portal and NIL are tied with each other. These kids are not just leaving to go to another school. They're going to the highest bidder.
Right.
And for instance, whatever school has the best players and has been talked about before, like Alabama has a lot of good players. And their collective, which is called Yay Alabama, does not have as much money as some schools like Texas A&M, Georgia, Ohio State. So those donors put more money in the collective. And I mentioned before on the show, collective is a bunch of fans or boosters that get together and put money aside because the school can't pay the kids directly, but the collective can. For instance, I'll give a great example. Isaiah Bond for Alabama, who caught the ball on 4th and 31 against your beloved Auburn Tigers. Sorry, War Eagle this time.
Still sick.
It was called the grave digger play. We never thought he was going to leave.
Never.
But what happened was he went to Texas. He got a brand-new Bronco. He showed up. They sent a Lamborghini to pick him up, first of all. And Steve Sarkisian, he got, he used to be on the Alabama staff. I think people don't know he was kind of interested in the job as well, but why would you leave Texas and come back to the pressures of Tuscaloosa because he's been there before? You know, Saban pretty much redirected his career because he was down and out after leaving USC. He got fired for some substance abuse problems. But anyway, he was able to pick him up. But the thing I don't like about the portal right now is it's just going to the highest bidder. Now, as been mentioned before, Auburn last year lost a lot of players, but they were not high-ranking players. So now you're having high-ranking players all over the country leaving for the highest bidder. And what's going to happen with Alabama is the Washington coach came. He's a new coach, Kalen DeBoer. Now, they were just one touchdown away going into the fourth quarter from winning the national championship. So you know they have good players. So they about 6 of their players are going to transfer to Alabama. Now, what's going to happen if Jim Harbaugh gets an NFL job? The same cycle will come over and over again. So Ohio State, the top schools that have the money, will try to get the best players. Now, what also asserts this process is the COVID year. A lot of these players have an extra year to play because of COVID. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. For instance, Tua's brother, Talia Tagovailoa, who was at University of Maryland with Mike Loxley, who used to be on the Alabama staff as well, applied for an extra year. He did not get it. He only played 5 games 1 year, and he only played like 10 seconds in one of the games, but they did not give it to him. But on the other hand, you have this tight end from Miami who just got a 9th year of eligibility.
Ninth year. 9 years. Who stays in college 9 years? Who? Who stays in college 9 years? Come on. Okay, now it's not even athletics and academia. It's not even college. If you can stay here 9, it's all about the Benjamins. It's all about the cash. It's all about the money. There is no game in this game anymore. You got the final 30 seconds. Take it.
Yeah, why would you leave college if you can make more money in college than you can in the pros? So
I wouldn't.
These guys, some of these guys are making $2, $3, or $4 million. Look at Deion Sanders' kids. But the bottom line, this is the process. It's going to be with us for a while.
Okay.
I think it's one reason why the older coaches, Nick Saban, got out of it because they didn't want to deal with it. Kirby Smart hates it. So we'll see what happens this year. It's going to be a very interesting college football year.
Join me next week. More from the sports guru, Philip Turner. Thanks for that academic breakdown on the sports from the portal. We're going to have you back next week to kind of continue that conversation. You have a great day. Thanks a lot. Give you something to talk about this morning, and that is Philip, the sports guru. Avoiding identity theft. Identity theft can make it hard for you to get a job, credit, a place to live, or utilities, but you can reduce your risk of being hurt by identity theft. Now, how can I protect my identity? First, protect your personal information. That helps you protect your identity. Here are some things that you can do to do that. At home, keep your financial records, Social Security, and Medicare cards in a safe place. Shred papers that have your personal or medical information. If you don't have a shredder, you can always tear them up into teeny pieces. Also, take mail out of your mailbox as soon as you can. How can I protect my identity as you do business? Only give your Social Security number if you must. Ask if you can use another kind of identification. Do not, and I repeat, do not give your personal information to someone who calls you or who emails you. How can you protect your identity on a computer? Use passwords that are not easy to guess. Use numbers and symbols when you can. Do not respond to emails or other messages that ask for your personal information, and do not put personal information on a computer in a public place like the library. Also, how will I know if someone actually steals my identity? Read your bills and account statements. That's very, very, very important. Watch for things you did not buy, withdrawals you did not make, a change of your address that you did not expect, and bills that stop coming. Check those statements. They're very, very telling, and go to your bank if you need help or call them to help you out. But again, check your personal information. Avoiding identity theft altogether. Look at your medical statements. You might see charges you don't recognize. That might mean someone stole your identity. Get your credit report. You get one free credit report every year from each credit reporting company to order. Go to Annual Credit Report at 1-877-322-8228. That's 1-877-322-8228. Annual Credit Report, not free credit report. Annual Credit Report. Answer questions from a recorded system. You have to give your address, social security number, and date of birth. You don't want to do that. Choose to only show the last 4 numbers of your social security, not your whole social security number. It is safer than showing the full number on your report. Choose which credit reporting company you want a report from. You get 1 report free from each company. That is TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. The company mails your report to you. They can also do another thing. They can email it, and you better make a copy because it goes away. Read your credit report carefully. Look for mistakes or accounts you do not recognize. This could mean someone stole your identity. You don't recognize any of that. Dispute, dispute, dispute. This is your consumer tip of the week. Let's go to Wesley Wright. Good morning, Wesley. How are you? Welcome into the Shela Smoot Show. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
Good. I'm up and about. The Regenerate Society, Inc. Talent Showcase. Talk to me about the Talent Showcase, where it is and what it's about. First of all, who are you, the Regenerate Society?
So we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization that takes 17 to 24-year-olds and teaches them using their God-given gifts how to change the world. So, of course, every year we get, a new selection of just individuals who are ready to make their impact on Birmingham. And a lot of them this time around have an opportunity to just showcase their talents and abilities. I mean, some of the greatest gospel pianists we have, like Darion. We've got Shy Jenkins, who's one of the toughest poets that you will ever hear. Mm-hmm. Omari Hickman, who will be showing her vocal talent. Sunny, who is, and yes, mind you all, this is very family-friendly, pole dancing as well, too, showing her gifts and abilities in that area.
Really?
Some of the most amazing authors you will read, with Miss Candace D.O. Green. And then, of course, we have 2 of the most, if I say infectious hosts. We have Miss J. Smiles and Nana, who will be holding down the fort. And then, of course, you have myself and Mr. Classified Alias, who will be coming, who is a Stellar Award-winning, Dove Award-winning, and future Grammy Award-winning producer as well. They're going to hold the fort down and really, at the same time, tell you all who come to this showcase about what we have coming up for the start of our 7th season.
Oh, and it's 7 seasons. You've been around a long time. Tell me about the work of the Regenerate Society. I know you guys are talented, but, you're like one of the best guys in life, Wesley. You just are. Your group of people are so just amazing and dynamic and just doing some amazing things. As young people, I'm just really proud of the Regenerate Society, Inc., and I just really thoroughly enjoy all of the conversations I have. But you all are changing the game out here, and you're doing it and still having fun. What is your mission, the Regenerate Society, Inc.?
Right. So what we look to do is, when we first started, we saw that it was a tough space for us to break into the individual industries that we were looking to get into. And so what we've been able to do is, through God and just, being able to funnel our talents together, where we understood that we were stronger together than we were separate.
Oh, definitely.
We have an opportunity, right. Sometimes you just never know how somebody needs somebody to help get to another place. We've been able to craft out through that 5 different divisions. So activism, which focuses on human rights, business, which focuses on entrepreneurship, creative arts, which is just focusing on showcasing and, providing platforms for younger individuals to find just gifts, right, that they're interested in. Health and wellness this year, which is focused on food and nutrition, and then outreach, which is focused on homelessness and the unsheltered. Through those 5 different divisions, we've crafted out seasons that start in what will probably be top of February, late January, that start from top to bottom, going until July, working and serving in each of those areas and teaching the 17 and 24-year-olds. And it doesn't have to be college kids. It can be anyone, like anyone who's in this Birmingham area and has a heart for service or a heart to figure out what God has in store for them, are going to be working on some of the most amazing divisional leaders that I can ever ask for. They're people that cultivate, that grow, that love, and just push and challenge to where it makes some great impact in the community. So come July, we'll have a lot of fun stories to tell you in those 5 divisions.
You know, I'm just so impressed with your group. When I first met you, Uj Bean introduced me to you, and I'm always impressed with her. And I'm impressed with all of you young people and what you're doing. I never thought I'd be saying you young people. Because I don't ever feel like I'm like that much older, and I kind of hate to say it like that because you just mentioned 17 to 24. So what do you say? Do you say
Right.
you young people? Do you say that too?
You know, I caught myself one day.
Did
It
you?
was so funny. It was here recently. I told myself, I was talking to one of the members of our program, and I said, "Oh, you fine. You know, when I was your age," and I said, "Oh,
It's
wow,
catching you.
This is how it happens."
This is how it
Exactly
happens because I remember being your age, and I'm like, but is this what I asked my mom one time when I turned 30, am I old? She started laughing. She said, well,
Right.
if you don't stop eating all those chocolate chip cookies at night, you might be fat because I'm 4'11 and a half. So, boom,
boy, I
bam.
understand.
So the talent showcase, yeah, you guys are
Right.
doing it. You have some amazing people that are working with you. You are all talented. You all are gainfully employed. These folks are gainfully employed, folks. They really are. I got about 60 seconds. Break it down for me. The Regenerate Society Inc. Talent Showcase. How can we attend this event quickly?
I got you. So this will be held in part by who is thankfully one of the best organizations in the city, the Flourish, Alabama. We will be at the Greenhouse. Tickets are on sale now if you want to just secure your space because it is a small space. Space is limited at This Is Our Society. That is THISIS, the letter R, Society, SOCIETY. Or you can show up at the door, and it'll just be $10 at the door. So it's $10 either online or at the door, and all the money goes towards supporting our season as well. So come check us out.
I will check you out. Wesley Wright in the house. Always a pleasure.
And that's
the Talent
downtown
Showcase.
Inslee.
Downtown Inslee.
Downtown Inslee.
Pump it up, pump it
Downtown
up.
Inslee, 602 19th Street, Inslee. Come on to the west side and come hang out with us.
Oh, and you guys, those folks at the Regenerate Society, they are so cool to hang out with. You will not be disappointed. Wesley Wright, I'm going to have you back on to expand with the rest of your group. And thank you so much for joining us this morning, okay? All right.
No, thank you.
Have a great day. The Shela Smoot Show. Don't be a sucker, be a consumer. Thank you, Wesley Wright. We'll talk to you next time. I'm Shela Smoot with your Consumer Tip of the Week. Looking for your tax refund? You can find it. Go to Where's My Refund? You can get information on your tax returns for the last 3 years. Now, there is also a phone app called IRS To Go. IRS To Go. It takes about 24 hours for the information to be online once you file as well. Now, it takes up to 4 weeks to get your IRS status if you file a paper return. Now, you can get all of this all through the year if you want to just find out what's going on with any refund now or in the past. And for more information, all you have to do is go to irs.gov. That's irs.gov. Live debt-free. Here are 4 steps to keep you in control. Number 1, prepare for the worst-case scenario. Come up with a plan to live on less. You never know when you might lose your job or end up with unexpected bills. Number 2, keep an emergency fund. You need at least 6 months worth of expenses in an emergency fund. You can do that. Start saving now. Step number 3, lower your credit card rates now. First, ask your credit card company for a better deal, which can work if you have a good credit record. And step number 4, to keep you in control, pay off your mortgage before retiring. Most people aren't in a rush to pay off their mortgage if they have a low fixed rate and can earn more by investing elsewhere. But if you plan to retire soon, repaying that debt can give you a lot more flexibility, especially if your investments are down and your other expenses have increased, which is happening to many retirees this year. I'm Shela Smoot with your Consumer Tip of the Week. All right, folks, that's the end of our segment. I am Shela Smoot. It's been a pleasure being with you this morning. I tell you, it's always good. And again, my pet peeve, stop throwing that trash out there. I'm not going to be picking up behind you. You want your city to be clean? Then you get involved. To all of the parkways, to all of the things that have the word Chase in their names, Parkway, Shore, Chase, all those fancy names. In certain cities, you're not going to find that on a parkway. You're not. If they throw trash, that shows somebody's right behind it. But my problem is that person shouldn't have to be sent out there to pick up your trash, because that, my dear friends, is a pet peeve of mine. Because you don't want your taxes raised, but you're not doing the things to alleviate that. So that's one thing. The other thing is, to the workers out there, when you're working, I know it's tough and it's hot and it's cold and it's all the elements. And I called and complained. That's the other thing. You should call and complain. You should call and complain. It's okay if you don't want to face the person, but you should. If they don't know there's something going on in the community that needs to be taken care of, you should always call and complain, and so they'll know. But again, make sure when you're out and about, keep it clean, people. It's really, it's really just that simple, because, you're always being watched with these cell phones and social media. Somebody has you on tape. Again, I'm Shela Smoot with the Shela Smoot Show. Don't be a sucker, be a consumer, and we'll see you next week.